Today's the 6th, and they do that breathing thing where they speak on one breath. Oh, today's the 6th. I can't have these pants ready till the 27th. I go, 3 weeks for a pair of pants to stitch something up? He goes, all right, when do you want the pants? Yeah, when do you want the pants? I said, well, how about Monday? Okay, after 5. That's all they ever say. It's always after 5. Okay. All right, well, now we'll have to get into the sex stuff, because the normal stuff isn't doing it. Then I went to have lunch with a buddy of mine that I haven't seen in a while. We sat next to that group of 4 hipsters that are about 35 years old, 2 couples that obviously have had their first child. Both of them have had a child each. And I can't stand listening to these people because everybody's child is a genius. Everybody's child is in the top 100%, the top 98% for height, the top 99% for head circumference, the top 90, swear to God, the top 99% for weight. Folks, not everybody's kid is a fucking genius. Otherwise, this world wouldn't be as fucked up as it is right now. Okay, I would like to just meet somebody who just takes you to the side and says, hey, Dean, I gotta be honest with you, man. This fucking kid of mine is an absolute moron. Matter of fact, the wife and I aren't even bothering to save for college. We're sending this kid to DeVry. So I'm living out here now. I'm living out here 26 years. July 17th, I'll be out here 26 years from New York City, from Queens, New York. I love it out here. A couple of things I can't stand after 26 years. I cannot stand the news. I cannot watch the news here. It is the same thing every single day. It's either how lovely our weather is today, or it is going to be for the next 267 days. Or if you're lucky, and I mean real lucky, sir, you might get up from that couch one day. If you're real lucky, sir, you might get to have one of your favorite TV shows preempted by one of our 2.5-hour action-packed, suspenseful car chases in which some disgruntled individual, usually of the Palmdale persuasion, is going to attempt to outrun the entire California Highway Patrol while driving in a 1977 orange Ford Pinto with 3-ball tires and 1 rim. And they show this to you with such conviction, like you're supposed to be home on the couch going, you know, honey, I think he's got a chance. Okay. The other thing I can't stand after 25 years out here, almost 26 years, I can't stand the cops out here. Where I grew up, New York City cops are the easiest going cops in the country. Pre-9/11, post-9/11, these guys don't want to do a fucking thing. Their theory is it's either too hot in the summertime or too cold in the wintertime. They're not getting out of their car for nothing. But the beautiful thing about New York City cops is that you can get to talk to these guys on the street, maybe pull up at a nice pizza parlor or a counter, shoot the breeze, maybe even a nice summer night at a red light. Hey officers, who won the Yankee game tonight? Yeah, the Yankees won 5-2. Sabathia pitched a 2-hitter and Teixeira hit 2 homers. Hey listen guys, we gotta get going, but I should tell you the entire back half of your car's on fire. Have a good night. These guys just keep going. You pull up to cops in Los Angeles or Studio City or North Hollywood, you don't even want to look at these guys, much less talk to them. All of a sudden you start having flashbacks of driver's ed. Is it 10 to 2 or a quarter to 3? You become the world's greatest ventriloquist, you have somebody in the car with you, you're like, okay, very, very slowly, lean over and turn down the stereo. I don't think they like Eminem. And while you do that, I'm going to reach for my seatbelt, which I forgot to put on, and now I can't because my foot's on the brake. You guys getting any of this, or you pretty much... There's no valet parking, guys. You can leave anytime you want. And I live in Studio City, North Hollywood, where the cops, and I actually looked this up, 13% of the police force actually patrols their beat on bicycles out here. On bicycles. Folks, you have no idea how embarrassing it is being pursued by 2 guys on 12-speed Schwinn's. And when these guys are pursuing you, there's no siren or bullhorn like there is when you're being pursued by cops in an automobile. It's more like, excuse me, sir? Wahoo, wahoo! Wahoo, wahoo! Get him, Bob! Zoo! 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 They added sound, they got a couple of baseball cards stuck in the spokes of their front tires. He's tossing off the LA Times off his front basket. Got little streamers on the handlebars, little license plate on the back of his banana seat says John, Ohio. But the weird thing is, when you're standing toe-to-toe with these guys, you're not in your car with your hands on the wheel, you're standing toe-to-toe with these cops. You just think to yourself, you know, I should just run. Take a shot. This officer's still putting up his fucking kickstand. That's a tough crowd, folks. Tough crowd. Wow. All right. Gotta kick it into a different gear now. Gotta kick it into another gear. Today, I gotta go home in a little while. I gotta use the Cialis. I am 51 years old. I gotta use the Cialis. My girlfriend wants to have simultaneous orgasms. So she wants me to do the Cialis thing, the Viagra thing. And folks, let me just explain something to you. There is no such thing as the simultaneous orgasm. Basically, the only way two human beings can possibly have a simultaneous orgasm is if they're both finished fantasizing about somebody else at the exact same time. Do you understand how brilliant that is? All right. A couple of things. My favorite commercial will be on in about a month, just as a football season starts, preseason. I love this commercial for Viagra. Guy walking down the street, looks in a mirrored office building, and he sees a reflection of himself. And the guy goes, and the reflection says to him, "Psst, are you going to the doctor to talk about our erectile dysfunction?" And the guy in the mirror looks, he goes, "Talking to me?" He goes, "Yeah, I knew. Are you going to the doctor to talk about our erectile dysfunction?" Yeah, I actually was on the way to do that. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe this guy's problem is not erectile dysfunction. Maybe it's multiple personality disorder. Maybe what this guy's trying to do is send blood to 3 different penises instead of trying to fill up one. All right. Are there any people here anymore? Is there anybody here? No? Nothing? All right. How can I get off on a good note? What do we got? We'll talk about dating a little bit. I find dating out here to be absolutely ridiculous. I love you women on Tinder. No hookups. No hookups. I'm only here to meet my soulmate. No hookups. 40 minutes after the date, I have my tongue in her ass and I'm T-balling her. But no hookups. I said no hookups. The guy's honest truth. Enough with this no hookup bullshit. You're on there to get laid. Enough of this crap. No hookups. And stop, and girls, do me a favor. Stop telling me how tall you are in heels. I'm so over this already. Nobody gives a shit how tall you guys are in heels. All we care about is how tall you are vertically. Okay? Think about that one for a second. What you think about that? That's all we care about. Enough with that. I'm 5'7", but I usually wear heels. I'm 6'4" with the heels. Okay? Nobody gives a shit. And the only time you should ever be concerned about how heels are going to affect our relationship is if I show up wearing them. So I had to go down to Florida recently. I was actually performing there. I actually get paid to do this. Yeah, I know. I get odd myself right now, but I actually get paid. So I was performing in Florida, and I got a chance to see my parents out there, and my parents live in Florida, in Boca Raton, Florida. And let me tell you something, folks. Those are the episodes of Survivor that we need. Forget this Survivor Istanbul crap. What you need is Survivor Boca Raton. Have 12 people, contestants, spending 39 days at home living with their mom and dad. Last person standing without a blunt object in his or her hand wins $1 million. And I'm born and raised in New York, and that's what you do if you are from New York or New Jersey or Long Island. You actually go down to Florida. If you're 55 or 65 years of age and you're from that area that I just mentioned, you go down to Florida to live. That's where you go to retire. Apparently they have a census taker that comes knocking on your door. Are you Arlene and Ralph Larrett? Yes, we are. Are you 65 and 58 years of age respectively? Yes, we are. I'm sorry, you're going to have to come with me down to Boca Raton, Florida. I have a Korean family that would like to purchase this film. If you're from the East Coast, you know what I'm talking about there. I got a chance, my mother, I'm talking with her the other day, we were getting ready to go out, and they had the twin sinks in their house, and I was on one side, and we were getting dressed, and I looked at my mom and said, 51 years old, it's going over here, it's getting thin over here, yep, I'm losing it over here. And my mother says to me, she goes, you are not losing your hair. No one in this household is going bald. No Larry is going bald. That's not going to happen. What's happening is your forehead is expanding. And I said to myself, I said, not only did I say to myself, I said to her, I said, you know, Ma, with that kind of logic, I can't wait till my pubes start to recede. What a brilliant one. Brilliant. See, it means that looks big. Okay. Says I've done 0 time here. Means I didn't exactly get it. So, what do they call this? Dying a slow death? Yeah? So, what else can we talk about? Anything else I want to run by you? Well, I wanted to talk about the Triple Crown. Did anybody see the Triple Crown today? Belmont Stakes? You guys do anything, or just slept and then went right to the show? Absolutely nothing? Well, we had a new Triple Crown winner today for the first time in 37 years. I don't know if you know what that means. The horse won 3 races in a row. This does not happen. This is a very rare thing that happens. The horse's name was American Pharaoh. But I was watching the Belmont Stakes, which was the race that the horse won. And remember, so this joke is only about 9 hours old, so give me a break because you've been so great to me the entire way. Okay? So, I hate to break it to you guys, you're going to see me in about a month and a half on a new reality show. It's called Double Docs. I can't believe it. Then you go, oh, I know that guy. That guy's hilarious, man. He's my buddy, man. Yeah, brand new reality show. I play the Kramer character, believe it or not. So, oh shit, don't even ask me how this thing came about. It's called Double Docs, about 2 chiropractors in Beverly Hills. You'll be seeing this very shortly. They're 2 really super good looking chiropractors and in Beverly Hills, and I'm playing the whacked out nutcase friend. So, you'll see it. It's pretty wild. So I don't have to put up with this stuff. No, so the guy who was commentating the Belmont Stakes before the race was going on, he goes like this, I swear to God, he goes, well, you know, a blindsided Bob, name of a horse, they're just coming up with names of horses. Blindsided Bob he loves actually to ride from the rail. He likes riding on the rail. And Spectacular Vision, oh, that horse loves coming from behind. And I'll be marching out of here, loves to take the lead early in the race. And I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck does he know what this horse loves to do? This horse doesn't even know that he's running. He has no idea he's actually in a race of some sort. He has no clue. And I'm thinking to myself, has the horse actually ever given like a post-race interview going, well, you know, Bob, as you know, I love riding the rail. And I also love sometimes setting the pace. And I also love coming from behind and winning. I'm thinking to myself, the only time this horse has ever had any knowledge of the rail is a few years back when he tried to eat the rail. Like pulling fucking teeth, man. It's fun. I actually love doing this. I have a good time. I'm having a blast up here. And I'll go home and tell people I killed. And that's what comics do. Delusion. Complete delusion until we finally get there. I've been at this 27 years. I deserve that fucking TV show that I'm doing. But, we're going to have a good time with that. I'm going to talk all about you on that show. I'm going to talk all about you. I have a few more things, and I'm just talking, getting this shit out, man. This is all new shit. I want to get this out. Anything you guys want to talk about? Nothing? You guys want me to fuck off the stage already, right? You're like, come on, get off the fucking stage, you bastard. Come on, get off the stage. But my father's an interesting guy. My father always loves to ask me how I'm doing financially. I see it. I'm in my refrigerator right now. My father always likes to ask me questions how I'm doing comedically. Hey, you making any money with that comedy thing? You making? Yeah, I'm making making a few dollars. I did a corporate this week. I made $2,000. My father comes from a very mafia, murder incorporated, Lower East Side kind of mentality. Everything is cash with him. He goes, they pay you cash for that? They pay you cash when you do those gigs? So yeah, they pay me cash. Dad, most of these clubs are mob owned, so yeah, it's pretty much that's how it is. And he always likes to convert the money I make to what it would be if you were working a 40-hour week. And I said, well, it's like $1,500 to work this corporate event. He goes, you know what $1,500 is? You know what that is, man? You got to work 80 hours for that, man. He goes, that's pretty amazing. He goes, that's great stuff. Even if I had a bad week and I didn't want to work or I couldn't get a gig or something like that, I just do with that comedy thing. I said, well, I made like only $400 for the week. In cash? Yeah, it was cash, Dad. You know what that is? That's $927.14 on the books. He goes, that's good. That's good money, man. Good money. I started to think to myself, what would happen if I wanted to talk to my father about a man-to-man thing? And, hey, Dad, let me ask you a question. I had sex for the first time in a few months the other night, and I didn't use a condom, and I got a little too excited too soon, and I only lasted about 7 minutes with this woman. 7 minutes, huh? You know what that is without a condom? You know what that would be? 19 minutes, 47 seconds. You are a regular Ron Jeremy. You should go into porn. I hear they pay cash. You guys have been an audience. So, be good. Take care. Watch the show, Double Dot. You don't know the network there. It looks like it's E or Bravo, but watch the show. It should be fun. Take care. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Dean. Dean Laird, everybody. Dean Laird, making it. Doing it for all of us. Beverly Hills, no less. Did you hear that? Good for him. Good for him. Folks, we've just about done it. We've climbed the comedy mountain together as a group, as a unit. We've laughed, we've cried. We've only got one more comic left. Your headliner this evening, very funny guy, very funny. I don't know if he's ever been to Beverly Hills or not, but maybe it'll come up organically in a set. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, Matt Taylor. Clap your hands for Matt Taylor. Yes.
He's kidding. We have 17 more comics out today. It's no longer a show. It's more like a hostage situation. You laugh now. Big news for me, everybody. Big news for me. My grandfather, officially 100% cancer-free. Come on, everybody. 100% cancer-free. He's dead. He's dead, everybody. Shame on you. He died. How could you do that? Cancer-free, though. Hilarious. I was looking at Japanese pornography earlier today, and I noticed something about it that's interesting. All Japanese pornography involves schoolgirls. And all I can think is, even during sex, all they can think of is math. That's what I was thinking about. I'm hilarious, by the way. Don't fucking give up. I saw your soul melt for a little bit. I'm here. I'll get you. I had the nicest compliment about my dick given to me recently by this girl. She said, and I'll quote, I was like, thank you. Don't talk with your mouth full. I was having sex with this girl not too long ago, and she said the most unromantic thing in the world. She said, and I'll quote, do you have a condom? And I said, why? You can't catch AIDS twice. No? Alright. Alright. Make sure to preface that with, I sometimes say things that are whack. I said that, by the way. That actually happened. And she said, and I'll quote, and then she still slept with me. I cannot figure that out to save my life. I cannot figure that out. Alright, let's get you back with a mind joke. Here's my impression of the world's worst mime. Help! That's it. That's my impression of the world's worst mime. Here's my impression of the world's best mime. Hey guys, I quit being a mime yesterday. That's it. World's best mime right there. I quit being a mime the day before. I smoke cigarettes. My friends smoke cigarettes too. They're all happy about vaporizers. They're like, dude, you can smoke vaporizers on fucking planes. You can totally fucking smoke a vaporizer on a plane. It's just steam. There's gonna be no problem. You can just bring it with you, and when you want to smoke, you just pull it out of your jacket, take a few puffs, put it back in your jacket. No problems. I'm like, dude, if I was on a plane and I saw some dude go into his jacket and suddenly steam started kind of rising up out of it, I don't think I'd be like, hey, is that a vaporizer? I think I'd be like, bing, stewardess, I'd like to have that oxygen mask, please. The call back to the fucking announcements. I did it. I did what was impossible. I like to read books and I like to watch movies, and I don't like when people tell me that the book is better than the movie. They always tell you that. They're like, oh, you saw the movie? I read the book. Book's way better than the movie. Oh, it's so much better. They always think that. It's like, what did you see? You saw that? Oh, I read the script. The script was better than that. Oh, it's so beautiful. I read it by myself for 10 hours. It was way better than having a communal environment. They always think that, and it's not true. I recently read this book, then I saw the movie, and the movie was better than the book. It was called Backdoor College Teenage Nurses, Volume 16, Blowjob Patrol. The movie was way better than the book, that's all I'm going to say. The book was weak into the character development. I got to tell that joke again. I got to let her tell that one. I met the world's gayest man at Starbucks. It was awesome. I did. I was sitting in Starbucks, and he kicked open the door and was like, all right, everybody, I'll have a tall Americano, and then I'll have some coffee. Woo woo. I was like, that was gay as shit. That is the gayest thing I've ever seen in my life. I love this guy. It's amazing. Every comic is required by law now to have a Bruce Jenner joke, and here is mine. Here is mine. I have no opinion either way, but I thought we were going to call him Bruce, like the whole time. I was like shocked when I found out that his name was going to be Caitlin. I don't know why, but I just kind of thought, there's Bruce, the lady. Like, it's kind of a manly name. But I feel a sense of loss now. Like, where's Bruce? I don't want him to Bruce. It's a weird thought. Like, Bruce is gone. Caitlin's there. It's nice. I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. Some people aren't happy for her. And I'm like, that was not a casually made thought. All right, there's a lot of decision that came into that. A lot of people are feeling a little on the fence about it. How do you guys feel about it? Share. No fucking. That is the right thought to have. Mister, I'm thinking about the operation right there. He's like, yeah, it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. It's just for your body. I agree. However, I'm curious. Does he like women or men? Or does she like women or men?
Right.
No, because if she hasn't come out yet, that will be interesting, right?
Right.
That will be a very interesting thing. If she starts liking dudes, then we'll be like, how's that kind of fall into the Christian spectrum of sexuality? Because they'll be like, that's wrong. Why? Because that woman likes that man. Why? Because, well, this is. Shut up, my head hurts. My head, oh. I think about it. I'm very religious. I'm not like religious, but I think there's something else out there. I'm not religious because I'm Catholic. I don't want to be that religion because that religion's got a little, there's some, it's too much. It's too much to that one. I'm Catholic. I went to Catholic school in a parish that had molestation, and I wanted to be an altar boy, but I did not get past the swimsuit round. I really feel like God was looking out for me. I did not make it. I think that God was looking out for me. I think a lot about Jesus also. I do, because I don't care if you believe in him or not. I don't care. I just don't. I like to think about the story because the story is wild. Like, it's a weird way. Like, Jesus, he comes up, and the first thing that he does is turn water into wine. That's like his debut. Like, hey, everybody, here's Jesus. Bam! And he turns water into wine, and that's a miracle. But if you turn a girl's drink into booze and without telling her, that's like date rape. That's a crime, Jesus. That's what I'm trying to say. You gotta fucking pay attention. They're getting tight because they think they're not allowed to laugh at that, but it's factually sound. It was. Jesus did some other shit that's kind of weird, that makes no sense. Like walking on water makes no sense. I don't know why it was even in the Bible. That's like a David Blaine opening act trick at best. It's like, hey everybody, I'm walking on water. Like, Jesus, that's ice. Everyone's doing it. That's not impressive. John's figurating. And what if he did walk on water? What if he walked on water? Water, and he walked on it? Well, that makes him worthless if you're drowning. What if you're faithful, you're drowning, you call out, Jesus, save me, and he appears. He can't do shit for you. He's like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I got nothing. This is... It's like rocks to me. Just go to sleep. Go to sleep. I'll get you later. That's right. That's Jesus watching you drown. I like that joke. I like the fact that, by the way, that's the one thing in the Bible they gloss over, is the fact that at one point there's a dead dude, and then Jesus is like, yo, what happened to fucking that guy? And they're like, yo, he's dead, Jesus. And he's like, that motherfucker owes me money. Bing! Not dead anymore. Because it's Lazarus. Dead. Jesus sees him. Bing! Not dead anymore. You know what happens after he does that? Nothing. They don't mention it at all in the Bible. Nothing whatsoever. They mention fucking him walking on water for fucking chapters. Like, oh, he was had such good form, and he was on rocky water. Meanwhile, like, the dude is dead. He touches the guy's not dead anymore. No one says shit. Like, it's a casual thing. Like, oh yeah, I remember it. He was dead. Jesus touched him. We went to Applebee's. He joined us. It was crazy. And then, here's what I don't understand. What did they do to that dude? They killed that guy. That makes no sense. Because if you knew the Bible, it's it's pre-medicine. Jesus, medicine. Does not make any sense. Like, this dude took dead dudes and they're not dead anymore. You think one person would have been like, hey, why don't we just keep him in a box or something? Why are we killing him? He's good with, like, fucking when you're sick. Put him in a box. Something. Hold on to him. Like a fucking get out of jail card. And I thought about it. I figured out why they did it. I figured out why they killed Jesus. I figured it out. You know what you can't tell from reading the Bible? His voice. You don't know how Jesus sounded. You think you do. You have an idea in your head of how Jesus sounded, but you don't know. He could have sounded really fucking creepy. He's like, bring those children unto me, so I can turn the other cheek. My people inherit the earth. I thought, that guy's gotta go. I thought, something about it. There's something creepy about that guy and he 12 homeless friends. We gotta fucking deal with these people. Just throwing that one out there. I know I'm going to die or hell or one of those places. I'm fine. I think it'll be good. It'll be fine. Anyone religious? No one's religious. Good for you guys. You're all gonna die. Here's my thought, by the way, about atheists. I don't understand the point. Here's why. I don't care if you believe or not. I just think as a safety measure, you should. Because what happens if you're wrong and there is no God? You're dead. And you're gone. Fine. No one's going to call you on it, you're gone. But what if there is a God? There's only one thing that all religions agree. And it's that God really fucking doesn't like it if you don't think he's there. Like, that's the only thing they all agree on. They're like, oh shit! Oh! Woo! You're going down. Which is weird when you think about it also. It's like the second he appeared, we'd be like, I knew it! And you'd be like, alright, fine, you're in. That's how I look at it. I do. Let's quit talking about religion. It's creeping me out. Let's do some quick jokes, Mexico jokes, and get the fuck out of here, shall we? That'd be good, alright. I used to do lots of drugs back when I was fun. Now I'm old, I do vitamins. I feel better, yes. But it's not a lot of fun to brag about. Like on a Sunday morning, like, dude, I did so much fucking B. Holy shit, I did so much B. I was fucking focused. You know, it doesn't do anything real. But drugs deliver on all the fucking promises that vitamins make. If you really had to compare the two, vitamins talk a lot of bullshit, and drugs deliver every goddamn time. Vitamins are like, echinacea will give you a positive outlook on life. Ecstasy's like, yes, I will. You're going to party! I once did ecstasy and got pulled over by the cop, and that cop was one of my best friends. Because I met him like this. Oh, I love the song. Let's go dance. And he was like, all right, you don't get a ticket. Okay, you can't stay awake. Like, vitamin B will give you focus. Cocaine will give you focus. You will have focus. If you can't sleep, fucking heroin will do better than NyQuil every day of the week. But you won't blow a dude for NyQuil, I don't think, unless you're like something really fucking wrong with you. Oh, dude, it's available on the shelves. Like, it's fucking on sale, for God's sake. Why are you doing this? I work in produce. I do the only drugs that I'm allowed to socially. I smoke weed and cigarettes. And people are both cool as shit with me and look at me like I'm trying to touch their fucking kids, depending on what I pull out of my fucking pocket. It's hilarious. Back when weed was illegal, and I miss it, it should be illegal. Weed should be illegal. I do not like that it is legal, because now nerds are smoking weed, and I don't like that shit at all. I like weed to have a little danger to it, alright? I used to do things like hang out with drug dealers just to be at drug deals, because that shit was fun to me. And by the way, if you've never been to a drug deal, it's not like you watch on TV. On TV, it's like this. It's like real sketchy. There's some dude, he comes up, and then there's really sketchy dude drives up, and then he goes like, yo, you got the fucking drugs? And he's like, yeah. You got the fucking money? Yeah. And they blah, 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 and they shoot each other for some reason. Like, it makes no sense ever. That's every drug dealer you've ever seen on TV. That's not how drug dealers are in the real world. In the real world, it's two people very happy to see each other. Yeah. They're like, dude, you got drugs? Yeah! You got money? Yeah! Let's do this shit. It's awesome. It's the most fun ever. Everyone's in a good mood. Except this one time, I remember this one time, I got called in to be backup at a drug deal. And they didn't tell me that I was backup at a drug deal. And by the way, I'm not good at backup at a drug deal, because I don't have that kind of air of menace to me, you know? You look at me and you're like, this guy could be a douche, maybe, but he's not threatening. So I'm at this drug deal, and it's not like what I'm used to. It's actually kind of like TV, because it was in an alley. I'm there like, hey, what are we doing? They're like, yo, you back up the drug deal. I'm like, what? Okay. And then they pull up, and those scary dudes got out of this fucking old scary hoopty. And I was looking at these dudes, and that joke I just told you hit me. And I was like, hey, this is kind of crazy, because, you know, in the real world, it's like, you know, people are like all really happy to see each other. They're like, hey, you got drugs? Hey, you got money? Oh, that's great. This is scary. That was what hit me. Now, here's how I write jokes. When a joke hits me, within the first 10 seconds of thinking of the funny thought, I pull out my phone, and I say into my phone, what is happening that made me feel this way, that led to my funny thought. However, I learned something that day, which is while two people are commencing a drug deal, no matter what funny thought hits you, it's best not to pull your phone out. And start going, so this guy's doing this thing, and this guy's doing this other thing, and oh, hey, what's up, guys? Oh, I'm not talking to anybody, I'm just recording it for later. This is a dangerous thing. My friend was pissed with me. He was like, are you a cop? I'm like, no. Let's end strong, shall we? You guys have been good people. You are good people. I don't care what any of the other comics said. I like you all. Some crowds are big laughers. I tire of that. I like this. I know when it works, and I know when it doesn't work, because you're both equally emotive. And so thank you for keeping me honest with the jokes I thought were rock solid. I will go home and work a little bit harder. No, I won't. They're perfect. So, I was listening to NPR recently because I'm white, and that's what white people do. We listen to NPR. Also, when we're alone, money appears. That's what it's like to be white. Thank you. So, I was listening to NPR, and there was a story about an earthquake in Mexico. And the earthquake was so strong, a seismologist was on the news, and he reported that after the earthquake, the crust of the earth in that country actually shifted 5 feet north. And I was like, holy shit. Mexico itself is illegally trying to cross the border. That's my time, guys. Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
That's it, everybody. That's our show. Go home, spread comedy and love throughout your lives. Get home safely. Come back anytime. Good night, everybody. Good night. We've unlocked the doors from the outside. Thanks, guys, for coming. You had fun. You guys have a good night. Thank you very much.
This is mine. You think something you can't tell me to do it. Oh.
Have a good night.
Yeah, that's it. I'll be there. And then you visited because you said it was new, so I thought they redid it. It looks new. And then because you said, I told her, like, she's like, how are you guys doing this? Oh, you're today for match. She's like, oh, okay. Match. So I'm like, okay, there's no way that. Where's your guys' friend? I went to
Sleeping? Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I know when I drink, I yeah.
She started school.
22nd. Yeah.
Where are you working? At window washing.
I'll remember.
Oh, cool.
Summer really
Yeah, but it's me and my we bought it like 3 years.
Summer the runner.
You're still on
Maybe. I don't know that one.
Oh, that's not bad.